In every dispensation, God institutes obedience. You can't claim you love a spirit without obeying him. Spirits don't hear the language of emotion primarily. One of the strongest language spirits here is obedience. Jesus was speaking. John 14:15. He said, if you love me, keep my commandments. And John the apostle was speaking in 1 John 2:3-4. And hereby we do know that we know him, if we keep his commandments. Verse 4. He that saith, I know him, and keepeth not his commandment, is a liar, and the truth is not in him. Part of his commandment or his works is to believe that he is the Son of God. But that's not all. It extends. And Paul told us to live sober, to live righteous, and to live godly in this life. Not in heaven, in this life. They are all part of his command. Number 3. Why is obedience necessary? Obedience is faith in action. Faith can be docile if there's no obedience. Faith can be unproductive if there's no obedience. You saw that already. James 2:20. Faith without works is dead. Number 4. Obedience is a grace empowered lifestyle. Anybody who has seen the power of grace, one of the way he demonstrates it is through obedience. Romans 1:5, Philippians 2:13. You can't claim you have seen the power of grace if you are not living obedience. One of the demonstrations of the power of grace is obedient life. Paul said, by whom we have received grace and apostleship for obedience to the faith among all nations for his name. So grace is empowerment demonstrated in obedience. Philippians 2:13. It is God that worketh in us both to will and to do of his good pleasure. And finally, what's the justification for obedience? Obedience is righteous living. And so grace is not access to sin. It's not permission to live in sin. If grace provokes righteous living, then obedience must be a lifestyle. Romans 6:16. To whom you yield yourselves servants to obey. His servant you are, whom you obey, whether of sin unto death or obedience unto righteousness. So obedience is important because it is what? Righteous living. And grace also is an errand unto righteous living. So apart from all of the blessings of obedience that will be seen, these 5 points are justifications for obedience. And these 5 points reveal to us that obedience is not legalism, neither is obedience a work of the flesh. It reveals to us that obedience is something deeper than legalism and deeper than works of the flesh. So what then is obedience? Obedience is not obeying rules and regulations. Obeying rules and regulations is a part of it, but it's deeper than that. Obedience is a heart level response to the will of God. When a man is able to discern God's will and he responds to God's will, that action is called obedience. And if obedience is of the spirit, it is rooted in love, in faith, and in reverence. It's a heart level response to the will of God. And if it is of the spirit, it is rooted in love, in faith, and in reverence.